take a human physical form like we have now, or this type of shape, you'd have to have something completely different. Well, apparently, this is changing all this. This new 12th dimension, you can literally, at least preliminary reports are this, that you can literally go from here and evolve all the way through the ranks, maintaining your physical human form if you so choose to. In other words, we have absolutely more freedom now than we've had before. And the whole goal is one of freedom. The higher you become evolved, the more freer you become. It's not supposed to be this way, where you can't scratch your neck or scratch the back of your head without somebody saying something about it. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Everything is against the law here. I used to work for Internal Revenue Service. I worked for them for 11 months. I was a tax collector. I'm sorry. That was my lesson. But at the time I went in broad-eyed and bushy-tailed and I thought I was doing the government. So this is when I believed in the government. And it's an absolute fact that the IRS has so many laws that no matter what you do, you're breaking at least one of them. You're breaking at least one. And you can't help it. You can't help it. You know, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, as far as physical changes in the United States or on the planet itself, basically, learn to live without money, number one. Which means we're going to be going back to like the 1850s, 1860s, 1870s, when communities came together and everybody worked together for the benefit of the whole. In other words, you know what your neighbors are doing and they know what you're doing. You know, the doors are open, nobody has to lock them, you all band together. Growing food, things like that. As far as the government, go out on a limb here. Actually, it's not a limb, I just don't like to talk about this. Expect some kind of civil war in the United States to last for at least 8 months. It's going to happen.
Now, Sue, what is your
Between now and the
opinion?
year, between now and 1998. Expect the UN troops in major cities to go door to door trying to collect weapons. Expect it. And expect the militias to be the first to become more and more prevalent. And expect the Vietnam veterans to be the very first to stand up and say, that's it, and take the stand first. Then it'll be the militias, then it'll be the local police forces. And then maybe some National Guard troops. Most of our active military troops are being sent out of the United States.
when you say
They're
stand
being
up and say,
replaced by UN troops.
when you say stand up and say that's it, you mean that's it, no more, or that's it?
Yeah, they take a stand.
Right.
They take a stand and say, you're not controlling us, this is way out of line, yeah. The Andromedans support a one world government, but they do not support the one world government based on greed, corruption, and professional politicians, which is what we have now. You know, their opinion is that if we were truly to form a one world government for the benefit of all people, it would be based on our Constitution and Bill of Rights. And in fact, they're trying to shred those. The UN Charter is, well, it's a corporation. And we become resources, a natural resource of that corporation. And that's all you are, is a natural resource. There's absolutely no recognition of the divinity that you are. None whatsoever. You're a number.
What is the best state, one state to be in when all this happens?
Actually, the best place to be would be out of the United States. But we're going to stick it out.
Why do you say out of the United States?
Because the United States is the most corrupt nation in the world. And this is not easy for me to say this.
Right. Well,
I love the United States. I have a 13-star flag hanging up in my wall at home. If you're in the United States,